Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, the New Orleans Pelicans are hiring Joe Dumars as their next president of basketball operations. Dumars is a NBA Hall of Famer, six-time All-Star, and not only was he a player for the Detroit Pistons, but he led the Detroit Pistons front office from 2000 to 2014, and was a big part of the 2004 title that Detroit had, being the executive. And not only that, but he has worked in the NBA's league office as the executive vice president and head of basketball operations since 2022. And Joe Dumars is now going to be replacing David Griffin, who's been with this team for the last 6 years. Like I said, he's a Hall of Famer, spent his entire career with the Detroit Pistons from 85 to 99, then went right away to being in the front office from 2000 to 2014, and played a big role on both being a two-time champion in his playing days, and then the championship of 2004, he played a role in that, being in the front office, and then was 2089-99 Finals MVP as well. So, but I think he's a good addition for this New Orleans Pelicans team. Has a lot of experience as an executive and being in front office, going back to 2000. So I like this addition for New Orleans. I really do. I think David Griffin had a lot of experience, especially with this Pelicans team, being with them since 2019. And it's unfortunate that that he was let go. But this last season was really tough. Honestly, I don't know. It was a solid get back for what they got for Brandon Ingram, but you got a first for him. I think there was also a second rounder including that deal, but I think that deal was a little bit questionable. But not that they traded Brandon Ingram, it's just what they got back for him. I think it was good. You at least got a first for Ingram. And then, you got Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk, who were two horrible contracts who were both expiring. But I think that's what New Orleans kind of wanted to do at the time. But I don't know if that sat well with ownership. That's something I was thinking of, potentially one of the reasons why David Griffin was let go. But ownership has to approve. Ownership has to approve of a trade. So if ownership didn't like it, I don't know. They could have declined it. That Ingram trade, but maybe that was the best thing maybe that was the best offer New Orleans had at the time. But honestly, there could have been opportunities for New Orleans to trade Ingram earlier, and I think that's maybe where David Griffin and they made the mistake, was not trading Ingram earlier. You could have tried to make that deal during the offseason. I think Ingram had more value in the offseason potentially than he did compared to trade deadline, where he's an expiring deal, and maybe that was potentially more of a reason why, with Brandon Ingram potentially David Griffin being let go. But then on top of all that, just the terrible season they had, 21-61. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Pelicans hiring Joe Dumars. I like the addition. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.